Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 18 of the Out of the Park 22 Perfect Draft Dynasty. I've already got bad news for at least one person who may be still watching this. It's been like a week or so since I've been able to do one of these. And the tournament, this was the Mosing on bye, had Lloyd Mosby as the top, as my perfect guy. That tournament is gone. I have not played many of these since the last one because first week of school, I got sick. Not COVID, as far as I know. And I've been run. I run myself so ragged during the day because I'm an introvert who's extroverting all day long, and then I'm exhausted. And I haven't been able to get to these before school because of my own fault. So it's been kind of pushed on the back burner. As a result, I'm out of, I don't have it. So that said, we're just going to go to another one. We're going to go and we're going to do one. I guess I'll say this before I even get started. If there's anybody out there, the 3 or 4 of you that watch this. So I think I got the double-digit views recently. I think I did. If anybody out there collects sports cards, I have started a community called Sim That Raz, R-A-Z-Z, that combines games like Out of the Park with sports cards. The Raz part, the raffle, as it were. I use random everything, but I use games to generate the final result as opposed to generating just a random list and making it boring. We have game 4 going on right now. Today is September 6th. Yep, it's September 6th. It's 1:30. We have a 32-team all-time pick your team tournament. So you can pick any team in history, obviously not from the ones that have already been taken, but the prizes are all related to Topps Pro debut. For this game, the winner gets a jumbo box of Topps Pro debut. If you're interested at all, I'm going to stop my spiel now, but if you're interested at all, just reach out to me. Pretty easy to get a hold of through here, and I can give you more information. It is a Facebook group right now. I am looking to have a website. This is not something that I really use to even supplement teaching. Like, it's not something I do to make money. In fact, I've been pretty break even or slight loss here. It's a hobby for me, and it's a way to combine 2 hobbies and that I love. And so if anybody wants to join, by all means, just reach out. And I try to keep it interesting. I think the all-time team, like the pick your team tournaments, are going to be something that I do a lot of going forward. But I will be making a lot of videos because I will lean into the highlights and kind of get into play-by-play and stuff like that. So again, if you're interested, just reach out. We're going to do this 5K. This is sort of it. 3360. I might get a couple of these up today as I'm off. I do have to do some planning for this week. So between that and this, I'll probably get a few videos up so that I can just have them go out during the week. So let's go ahead and let's do this. I feel like the influx of new cards has really made this more dynamic and interesting as of late. There have been some really interesting cards that I haven't used yet. So perfect round, all of these have been seen and used. This is Mike Piazza, Stan Musial, Buddy Bell, Jimmy Collins, Brian McCann, Bartolo Colon. I am not sufficiently whelmed by this. So Piazza is good. Like this is very much a card I can use. The catcher ability is really big here. You know, the 91 catcher ability. The arm isn't great, but obviously the hitting is fantastic. The Musial, I know this gets a lot of run in Perfect Team. Another really good card. The outfield, you know, put him in left field. That's very good. This is honestly, this card is probably, I don't want to say it's better than the Piazza because Piazza has good catcher ability and the power. You look at Buddy Bell, it's fine. It's kind of a lackluster card to me. Like the defense is great, but Jimmy Collins is a really good card. I've had this for Perfect Team before. I don't think I have it now, but this card really does speak to everything I like to do. Doesn't strike out much, good home run power, great speed. The defense is overrated because the arm is great, but the error is only slightly above average. Brian McCann, it's not. That's not a. I don't know how that's 100, to be honest. And then Bartolo Colon, Big Sexy. This is a card I love. I love this card. I'm going to go with Colon here. I'm going to go with Bartolo. I could go with Musial. I could go with Collins, but I'll take Bartolo Colon. Second round, Boog Powell, Ken Giles, Francisco Cordero, Wally Berger, Julio Franco, Mike Belanger. I haven't learned. So I never learned. Julio Franco is the leader in the clubhouse here. You get 95 contact with the speed. You can play a few different positions, though he's not particularly good on defense. You could stick him at first base, and that would be fine. I think he was only in the first decade of his career there. He's 32. We know what the Belanger is. Wally Berger. No, I feel like you can get better center fielders in the gold rounds. That's not really a thing for me. I don't want to take a diamond reliever, especially when it's a trim fly ball. We'll take Franco here. I mean, I could take the Belanger, but I totally botched it at that time. But the Franco is such a good offensive card that I'll go with that. I can put him at first base, and I'll be okay with that. Round 3, Amos Otis, Kurt Walker, Ray Keating, Shea Langeliers, Don Baylor, Bobby Mercer. I've not seen this Kurt Walker card. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Amos Otis. Again, that's fine. I thought he was faster. Maybe I'm thinking of Willie Wilson, but I thought he was fast. Like I thought he tore it up on the base pass. I guess not. Like he had a couple of years, but I also kind of wonder what would have happened if he were around. Yeah, I'm thinking of Willie Wilson or Willie Wilkins. No, not Willie Wilkins. I guess Willie Wilson. But when Vince Coleman and Willie McGee and of course Rick Henderson broke out onto the scene, because he stole a lot of bases for the 70s. Because they were just rounding into that at the time. You know, there wasn't like the stolen base explosion of the early 80s. Ray Keating, the cards, okay, the movement's good. Mercer, again, decent card, defense is kind of lackluster. The error is great, but the range isn't. Don Baylor, I do like this card a lot. You could play some left field. The arm isn't great, but he runs. And Langeliers, the defense is aided by the arm, and the offense is okay, but not great. So it's really Otis and Baylor. How much time do I have left? Okay, good. I was like 7 minutes. I didn't think that much time. So if we want to compare Otis and Baylor, that's going to be where I'm going to lean towards. So Otis is on the right, Baylor's on the left. Baylor, you're getting the power. You're really getting comparable. Baylor's the better hitter. Otis is, yeah, Baylor's just the better hitter. Otis runs better, but Baylor isn't terrible. Just Otis is going to be able to steal bases more frequently, which is kind of what I want, but I don't think Baylor's going to be terrible there. You look at the defense, Otis is a better defender considerably. Baylor, to me, kind of looks like a DH card in that respect. So if I'm going to go, like, is he that much better of a hitter that I would take him as a DH? And the question is no. I'm going to take Otis. I know I'm giving up the power, but again, my offenses typically roll through speed and creating havoc. Now, I know I'm looking at Pete Hill here. I already have a center fielder, but that left field, he's really good at left field. So I'm going to go ahead. I forget, can you pitch? No. Never know what Negro Leaguers can do and can't. So I'm going to go with Pete Hill here. We do have Dick Bartell, Frank Thomas, the center fielder, not the first baseman. Max Muncy at second base. Bobby Miller on the future legend. Pete Hill, who I've already selected. Henry Ramirez, Chris Bubich on the future legend. Ruben Sierra, historical all-star. Wade Miley, Len Abelson, Mike Fiore, and Tim Raines. Now, this Raines is here, and he runs, and he hits. Where else can Hill play? He could play first. He can play right field a little bit. The question also, can Otis can play center field? So I would be, I can't take the Raines. So I've got to take a pitcher here. And I love the future legends cards. They really I've really gotten into them more because I do collect Bowman cards, or I get Bowman cards. I realized that I love opening packs, but then afterward I'm kind of like, okay, now what? So I like for them to go to good homes, but I do like collecting Bowman. I like the prospects. It's something I can study. When in doubt, I'm going to go with the lefty here. Yeah, I mean, everything's comparable, but the stuff on Bubich is better. Just look at this Wade Miley quickly. That I don't think that's really going to move the needle for me. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take Chris Bubich. Let's go round 5. We have Greg Olson, historical all-stars, Scott Barrelts, Mookie Betts, Jeffrey Leonard, Mark Eichhorn, Tony Clark, Dave Nielsen, Ryan Dempster, Garrett Crochet, Jared Weaver, Scott Strickland, Hal McRae. I pretty much already know where I'm going here. I'm going to take Betts and Crochet. Crochet being a fly ball pitcher, that's fine because I have really good defense. It's only going to be aided by Mookie Betts out there. His defense is fantastic. I feel like this is a really good gold card. You're not going to get much power. The speed is okay. He does steal bases well, but the defense. I know the arm isn't great, but that's okay. And I'm getting another lefty starter, which I am big on. This Weaver, Jared Weaver being 88, it's good because you have, 6 pitches that are all above average. I might be thinking of, no, I guess that's what I'm thinking of. That I'm kind of like, I see it, I'm kind of like, and I'm like, oh, okay. There's the Greg Olson. The control is only average. Everything else is great. This is the 90 Greg Olson. He was really good then. Just so I don't, his real life stats, 1990. His peak year, 37 saves. I guess actually, if you want to look at it, his 1989 year by WAR was his peak year. Even though his whip was his best in 1990, but his strikeouts were down. His homers were up. Obviously his ERA was up. He was really good. I grew up not far from Baltimore. I grew up 90 minutes north of Baltimore, which in the grand scheme of things is not far. And Olsen was really good back in the day. All right, round 6, last gold round. We have Jaime Garcia, Jesse Barnes, Kwang Hung Kim, Bob Ewing, Juan Marichal, Ryan Tepera, Cecil Cooper, Bill Risley, Kevin Seitzer, Jeff Blauser, Jim Owens, Miguel Batista. I'm going to start looking at the Jesse Barnes card. It's pretty decent, and he holds runners well, which is something to consider for people who play like me and go nuts on running the bases. We also have Bob Ewing, who is good. The control is average, and I want to look at this Kim card as ground ball pitcher. Do I have any fielders yet? Maybe I got Franco, but he's a first base. So this is a really good card. It's another lefty. He's a lefty, right? Yeah. It's another lefty I can throw in there. I would be okay if I went 2 pitchers this round and load up on a really good starting rotation. Nothing else really jumps out at me. Like the Cecil Cooper is a good hitter card, but he's kind of a DH, especially if Franco's going to be the first baseman. I could put Franco at second base. But I think I'm going to lean into the top flight rotation. I have 4 hitters. I'm going to go these 2. I'm going to take them over Bob Ewing because I kind of already have Bob Ewing in Jesse Barnes. So we'll go golden up rotation, and let's see when we get in the silver rounds. I already know who my DH is going to be just on this round. And actually I probably know who I'm taking here. But let's see. Brad Radke, Bingo DeMoss, Dick Hyde, Al Collins, Lou Drill, Davey Lopes, Paul DeJong, Alexis Rios, Doubleday Radcliffe, Glenn Hoffman, Jonathan Lucroy, and Joe Ashcroft. So the DeMoss is pretty much guaranteed because of the flexibility I'm going to be able to get here playing second and third base. Yeah, the bat is kind of average, but he runs. He can bunt guys over, which is not really a thing I do, but just him being able to play multiple positions is a big deal. Now, Doubleday Radcliffe, this is a pretty decent hitter card who can catch. He cannot play other positions, which is weird because he has the outfield ratings, but he can't play other positions. So having him as a catcher is pretty good, given everything else. And he could be a reliever. The card I was thinking of when I first picked this, and I got to move it along here, is Alexis Rios. That is a great DH card. So now I guess the question becomes, boy, I guess I kind of put it to myself here because Radcliffe could be a backup catcher or the starting catcher or DeMoss. So I can get a pitcher and a backup catcher, or I can get a guy that will offer me some flexibility. Yeah, I'm going to take Doubleday Radcliffe and get the catcher here because I can't guarantee I'm going to get anything good here. Now we get to round 8. AJ Pollock, Sam Jethro, Johnny Grubb, Matt Duffy, Jan Gomes, Dane Dunning, Lee Thomas, Jason Hayward, Craig Gerbeck, David Price, Sergio Mitri, and Pop Foster. I'm going to take Dunning. He's a ground ball pitcher, yeah, as a reliever. He actually might be my closer. And then I might take Jan Gomes as my starting catcher. Again, it's not great, but I'm not going to get great here. There is Sam Jethro, but where am I going to put him? Same thing with Johnny Grubb. Matt Duffy is a card to take a look at. He's got good range, kind of an average on the arrows, but really good arm. You know what? I do need some infielders. I'll take Matt Duffy. There. and let's just keep moving. Round 9, Ed Lennox, Otto Nabe, Andre Dawson, Bernard Gilkey, Alan Ashby, Jim Presley, Dennis Kinney, Jungshui Tawaza, or Tazawa, I'm sorry, Jake Peavy, Gil Cohn, Dan Johnson, Sammy Ellis. I want to start off with the Otto Nabe card. He will, like, this is kind of DeMoss all over again. He doesn't run the bases well, but he steals, and he does have okay defense. He does turn a double play well. So Nabe is a guy, and then like Bernard Gilkey would just be an added, like a fourth outfielder, because Rios isn't going to play the outfield. Like, let's not kid ourselves on that. I have 7 starting pitchers. A lefty for the pen. Kinney could be a decent one there. Getting a second baseman. I go to second baseman, so I need a shortstop because, again, I can't really trust what's his face, Julio Franco playing shortstop. So I'm going to take Kinney. Although Dan Johnson is a decent first baseman too. Now I'm going to take Kinney. I have 8 pitchers. I have my infield mostly set. Still need a shortstop. I got to keep telling myself, get a shortstop. Though I'm going to take Joe Birmingham because as a backup outfielder and somebody who could play third base in a pinch, I love this card. I love Joe Birmingham. Really quickly, Drew Smiley, Gregory Santos, J.P. Crawford, Eduardo Sanchez, Joe Grisnada, Fred McMullen, DJ Peters, Booth Bonser, Zach Britton, who really dropped. He was like a 77 before. Joe Birmingham, Andy Stankiewicz, David Bell. This is one where I got to look at J.P. Crawford, look at defense. Yep, defense checks out. Average bat, but the defense is there. J.P. Crawford is going to be picked. And then it really comes down to Britton or Birmingham, where you get the extreme ground ball with Britton. He has kind of fallen off. The outfielders, I have 4 outfielders. I guess I can pass on Birmingham, even though he would fill another position. I think getting Britton is probably a good choice here. Yeah, I'm just going to move on. So Crawford and Britton. Hobie Landreth, Jeff Hamilton, Joe Gantabine, Harry Bright, Hub Pennell, Bobby Thigpen, Jesus Aguiar, Pedro Strop, Jake Diekman, Javi Guerra, Jose Jimenez, and Rafael Dolis. Let's look at the Dolis card. Slightly above average control, or below average, I should say. Looking at the Thigpen, I thought this card would be better. 4 good pitches. Guerra's all right. I'm not really liking this round in terms of like just overall, and I've got a minute 20. So I'm gonna take Big Pen and Dolis. Keep fleshing out that pen. It's gonna give me 11 pitchers. I only want 12. So hopefully I get something decent in this round. I do need to get a catcher. I need a catcher. Hopefully one exists because oh God. Evan White, Phil Bickford, Juan Nicasio, Garrett Cooper, Jamie Easterly, Mickey Brantley, Jonathan Hernandez, Carlos Garcia, Domingo Cedeno, Danny Graves, Emilio Pagan, and Jimmy Rollins. I'm gonna take the Rollins because he runs. He can come off the bench and hit. The defense is in. And I guess Garrett Cooper. And now we're in like take it quickly round, right? So hopefully a catcher shows up to give me a backup catcher. Oh, I don't have one. I'm not gonna get a backup catcher. Well, so Doubleday is gonna be my full-time catcher. So this is going to be a pick'em situation. We'll take David Bodie. We'll take Juan Lagares, I guess. Yeah, I played backup center field. We need an extra pitcher. Okay. Jed Lowry, which is not ideal. And Red Downs. Yeah, okay. Well, not the best, but I'm not going to win. I already know that because I mean, right there. I'm going to have to set him. I'm going to have to set Ratcliffe to back to catcher. It's just what I'm going to have to do. Now, I should look at what am I doing here? Okay. Do I have anybody else? I don't. Anybody else in the roster can catch. So, why didn't I take Jan Gomes? Who did I mess that up? I had to. Who did I take instead of Jan Gomes? I don't remember. What is this roster again? Because Jan Gomes was I took Matt Duffy, didn't I? It was probably Matt Duffy. Well, I mean, he is my starting third baseman. It's not like I didn't take anybody who isn't start or like I guess I could have. I don't remember if I took Kenny in the Gomes round. I don't think I did. I think it was Rios. No, Rios was in the first round. I think it was Dunning and Duffy or something. I don't remember. Regardless, the pitching is good. I think the pitching is good. I can go ahead and be slow on removing on. Actually, I can be slow on Barnes. I can be slow on Cologne on hooking them. I can be somewhat slow on Kim. I do have plenty. I got 2 lefties in the pen. Okay, I got 5 total. That's fine. Looking at the lineups, I've got good speed. Again, I don't have power. I never have power. And the one time I decided to take a team that had power, that did not go well. We do have some good contact through the middle of the lineup, like Otis hitting 4th. Oh, he does have good power. Okay. So, because like I look at them, I'm like, wait a minute. But really, like this whole group of this top 5 of Hill, Betts, Franco, Otis, and Rios is really good. The back end is not great. But I think I can probably make do on that. You know, like I can get by at the very least and get the lineup turned over. Okay. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, the stuff I'll be doing off camera. Yeah, we can go ahead. We can move. You know, it's not something I necessarily need to do on camera, but I can shift. Oh, Doubleday can be the. Is he already in the pen? Yeah, he's okay. Although he's never going to be able to pitch. I'll be curious to see what happens if he enters the game. Like, who would catch? I don't know. I have no idea. So Barnes, we will be slow to hook him. His control is pretty good, so we'll just adjust the control. Obviously, Cologne, we're going to be slow across the board and go ahead and pitch around with him. Kim, we're going to be slow there, and we're going to have to pitch around somewhat. Everybody else, I'll just leave as is, and then the I'll be changing, of course, the base running for Jimmy Rollins, Alexis Rios, Otis, Amos Otis, like pretty much everybody who's stealing in blue, even actually Juan Lagares and JP Crawford, I'll change a little bit. But pretty much all of those guys are going to get bumps in stealing. Defense, we are decent defensively. I will probably shift my outfield strategy because I have a pretty good outfield defense. I could shift the depth on them. And then I can't really do much up the middle. Oh, is Franco playing shortstop? Is that, oof, that's not ideal. So I probably want to mess around with that because his defense, well, he hits a 60. All right, I'll leave it. It's not ideal. Just put it that way. You know, like Crawford's better defensively, but is Garrett Cooper a better bat? That may be the trade-off. Yeah, it's really not that great of a bat. And Crawford can run some. He's got good base running. Yeah, you know what? Screw that. I'm gonna move Franco to first base. I'm gonna put Crawford in the lineup as the shortstop. And we'll go ahead. We'll change that. And that. And I might keep it for against lefties because I'm gonna guess that Crawford's ratings against lefties are not terrible. And Cooper, is Cooper a left-handed batter? What is he? No, he's right-handed. Can Lowry play shortstop? No. I'll probably just keep it against lefties. So I guess I could put Jimmy Rollins in though before he's 6 at shortstop. Really is not ideal, but he hits really well against lefties. So at the very least, he should, he's not going to DH. So, all right, let's chance that. Let me just see his ratings. I just don't like the avoid Ks. I'm not a big fan of the avoid Ks, and his defense is not good. It's worse, I think, overall than Jimmy Rollins. Like, yeah, it's a 64, but look at everything else. That's terrible. Like his best rating is his infield arm. That's why he's got a 64 there. Like, get out of here. I'll put Rollins at shortstop. I'll put Franco at first. And we'll do that. Rollins, I'm actually gonna drop in the lineup. I would hit 9th because of the speed. Again, like if I turn over that lineup, I'm pretty pleased with it. Duffy, I'm confident can do the job. Meade is fine. Ratcliffe's a decent enough hitter. And then I can get the Rollins and turn things over. Yeah, I'm all right with that. Okay, that's going to do it. I'll do everything else off camera because this video has been going on for a while. I hope you enjoyed. And again, if you are interested or if you know somebody who might be interested in the SimNat Raz group, please reach out. I will tell you the Topps Pro debut, it's $13 to join. There are 7 spots left. There are 7 spots left. There are 32 teams total, $13 a spot. I don't make money off it. So my show's over. I hope you enjoyed this video. And we'll see how far I go with just one catcher and one less reliever. All right. Take care.